Well, hello. Here we are. Welcome to PCS Laundry Live. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. Trying a little different system today. Anyway, check in if you're out there. Let me know you're there. I'm sitting in front of the laundromat. Got a nice night tonight, so we're sitting outside. And we're trying to mix things up. I tell you what I did. I came here early, and I did the laundry already. Because the laundry cycle takes like 25 minutes. But the dryer takes like an hour. So I got the laundry out of the way. And I put the stuff in the dryer. So I bought us some a little extra time. We'll see how it rolls. And if it goes good, we'll run a little over this time. We'll just keep playing it on out. What's up, Lisa? Rob? Good to see you all here. Anyway, interesting week this week. We had plenty to talk about and maybe some stuff we don't want to talk about, but we'll get into all that as it comes up and as people start getting in here. Got 11, 13 people already. Listen, we're going to beat up Beto, that big dummy, with his 65 people who showed up at his little pissant, little anti-Trump rally. He's a geek, and we're going to kick his ass, and we're going to post it on his page. You know what? It'd be nice if we did it natural. I don't want to hype it too much. If we did it organically, it'll mean a little more than if I just like drag a bunch of people in here. But anyway, that's what's up with that. Just a couple of things. Make sure check out, go to the page, check out Planet Common Sense. If you're new and listening to the show, go follow Planet Common Sense. If you've been with us a while and you haven't clicked follow yet, which there's a lot of you out there, no worries, but click in and get logged in so you keep up to date what's going on. Fernando, Mary Joyner, Mindy Brower, trying not to miss anybody. Hey, Aubrey, I think first time I've seen you here, so cool on you. A little background noise from the hood here, but that's just part of the game. I can get up and walk around a little bit later too, but it's real nice out, so I'm going to stick outside. So again, yeah, go to the page, click follow on the page, and go to the backup site, the lifeboat, because that day's coming one of these days. Trust me on it. And I'll post a link to that later on too. And there's another thing I did want to tell you all, and it's a thank you. And I've been meaning to get to it, and it just kept slipping my mind. But it's been like 2 weeks since I had to bust up a fight on Planet Common Sense, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate your adultness and not fighting and sniping, because ain't nobody got time for that shit. Busting up a fight and refereeing stuff. So cool on y'all for that. I appreciate it. And I'll keep it up. Shadow Alvarado, Mike Petty, one of the regulars already. Nanner Little. We got Sharon. We got Steve Phillips. We got a whole bunch of people. The other thing to remember is no way I can keep up with all the names popping in. So if I miss you, I apologize. We'll get you another time. Anything we talk about later, I just don't see everything, so there's no way I can keep up with everything. So I'm not ignoring you unless you said something stupid, which happens. I say something stupid sometimes too, a lot. But I'm not ignoring you, so just hang in there, and I'll try and get to everything I can. We're up to 30 already, so already beat last week, so cool on that. I did bring something tonight that I wanted to talk about, and it's just a weird thing. Not a weird thing. It's a thing. It's something I've been trying to figure out how to bring in to the PCS paradigm for a long time. I've been sitting on it since we started, but it's going to take a couple of minutes to lay this out. And this is actually a really cool format for this, because I've been trying to like hash out, writing it out, and it just keeps getting longer and longer, and I'm going to be able to say what I got to say in 5 minutes, believe it or not. But anyway, here we go. It starts with a little history, okay? I want to tell you, like, all you guys have been following PCS now on Facebook, and we've been just over a year, and it's been wonderful. But Planet Common Sense actually started out a long time ago. The original format of Planet Common Sense was a WordPress blog, which started in 2011. And we had a good time with it, and it worked, and it was fun. The way it worked was it was a weekly blog, and typically what we do is publish on, I think, Monday. It would be one long form article and a couple of smaller ones, and then just a couple of little hit pieces and whatever. And we put it out there. We talk about it during the week. I'd toss up other random stuff throughout the course of the week. Had a nice group. I think I know for sure there's one person, I don't know if they're listening tonight or not, Terry Dietrich, sorry about that. What? I'm sorry, we got some walkers by. Terry Scherer, my apologies. She's been with us. I know you were listening to the old Planet Common Sense on Wordplays, or reading it rather. So anyway, just I'm rambling. It lasted about a year, and it was in 2011 when we kicked it off. And just some of the stuff we were talking about then, it was some cool, heady stuff. I mean, we were deep into like Occupy Wall Street was going on. Halfway through that tragedy of the Obama crime family administration, and running up into that secondary mistake of reelecting that miscreant. Let me not start. We had a lot of cool stuff going on. We talked about a lot of things, and it ended up just not quite being what I wanted it to be. It wasn't the right vehicle. It wasn't getting out to the people I wanted to. We had a good group. I know, like I said, Terry was around. There's probably a couple other people that were around at that time. If you were around, say so. I'd like to know. Hey, Kira, sorry, I don't mean to keep just popping away. Anyway, so we lasted about a year, and toward the end of it, what we did was, through the prodding of a dear friend and a mentor of mine, Lee Rudnicki, we took what I felt were like about the dozen or 15 or so best articles from the previous year, and we put a book together. The book was called Thoughts from the Real, and we put it up on Amazon, and we had it. I think it's on Nook as well, and it was cool, man. You know what? It was a fun book. I liked writing it. I liked the process of putting it together. It was really honing my skills as a writer, going through all that stuff. And I still need a lot of work, but you know, that really got me going with that. Anyway, I put the book out, and as soon as I was done writing it, I lost interest in it, because it's just, my brain works forward. My brain doesn't work back. And once it was done and out, it was like I birthed it, and it was like I had postpartum, or if you can think of a better way to put it. Dustin Stark, Mindy Brower, I saw you already, Deborah Patera. Anyway, go back to the thing is, I've always been hesitant to tie it in and try and sell the book with This Planet Common Sense, because it's so dated, and the things we were talking about then are just so far removed. Mostly, there's some other things, but it was mostly so far removed from what we've been talking about now. Here's the thing, though. I just didn't want to put it out there and start hyping it without it having some sort of value to you. To say, hey, you know what? Go buy this book. It's kind of cool. You might like it. It just didn't seem like it fit. And it just occurred to me that if this version of Planet Common Sense had been around in 2011, a lot of the stuff that's in the book is stuff that we'd be talking about right now. So I don't know if this sounds corny or not. It probably does, but that's it. I do a lot of that. It's kind of like a time machine, you know, where you can kind of just go back and hit on some of those topics that we talked about back then, as if, you know, and just think about how it'd be if we kicked it around now. So I'm not going to be like an Ann Coulter book whore and just be like, oh, Donald Trump lied, buy my book. You know, I'm going to put it out there because I got a right to make a buck just like anybody. But I think the fact of that tie-in and just like going back like the time machine thing gives it that value. And again, it's not a $20 book. The book costs $3.99. I'm going to post a link for it later. I'm not going to be hyping it every day. I think you might enjoy it. I never read it, to be perfectly honest with you. So those of you that have, if you want to recommend it or say it sucks, go for it. And anyway, that's just something I thought you might be interested in. You know, and it's not going to make the New York Times bestseller list ever. It's a short book. It's $3.99, like I said. I make $1.40 for everyone you buy. So, you know, tip your bartender. There you go. Just look at it like that. And if you get it, definitely bring, you know, if you get the book and you read it, definitely bring some stuff back to PCS and let's talk about it now and call me out on stuff. There's things where maybe I changed my views, other things where maybe I stayed dead on the same. But anyway, that's that. The book's called Thoughts from the Real, $3.99 on Amazon, and I will post a link for that later on after we're done tonight. All right, so let's take a look and see who's here and see what you guys got, what you want to talk about. Cornelia Bates, Denise Robinson, Linda Nick. It's a fun read. Thank you very much. I appreciate that you're picking it up, and I'm glad you liked it. So, again, I'm not gonna. You bought it from Rob. I'm gonna either you message me or I'll message you later, because I think that's probably the only copy of it that was ever bought from Nook. I never hyped it on Nook because I don't do that. I was just doing it on Amazon. But anyway, I'd like to talk to you about that and see. I think you were the first one, so let me know how that went, if there's any trouble with you getting it. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we talking about? Mike Petty, my screen is black. What's going on? It's my boots, maybe. My boots are black. My ass kickers. Mike Petty, don't know why your screen's black. Mine's fine. Anybody else having a problem, let us know. Mona Evans, it's sleeting and snowing here. Not here, man. It's like 50 degrees and beautiful. Nana Little, not freezing tonight. It's a nice night. I'm sitting here with no hat or coat or anything. Tabitha Deeks, hi from Kansas City, Missouri. Welcome to PCS Laundry Live. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got? Yeah, that's a lot of name right there. Dina Van Buskirk Kane. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome to everybody. Waiting on a few more people. We're sitting around 32, man. We need 33 more people to beat up Beta O'Rourke. Tammy Potts from New Jersey. I said Linda Bleefnick. I said your name right. That's not that hard. I've seen way worse than that. Mike Petty's good now, so we can stop worrying about him. Brian Patterson checking in. V. Marie. I think there's a bunch of you have been here for all 3 episodes so far. This guy's staring at me over here. I don't know if he thinks I'm pointing the camera at him, but I've been pointing the camera there the whole time, and he walked into it. I'm going to get this one wrong. Betsy Baliv Abel. I got Betsy right for sure, but thanks for coming in and checking us out. Tracy Mixon. So everybody's saying hi. Let's hear about what you want to talk about. Gregory Wayne, I like those boots they had on. Who are we talking about with? I like those boots they had on. Denise Robinson, hi from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, Kira Weber Hopwood finally made it to the live show. Hi, Glenn. Good to have you here. I wonder if we're going to make it like past 30 minutes. I wonder if this is just like my limit and then I start babbling and getting stupid after that. I'll try not to. Bill Dolan, why are you shooting this street? What's the story? Well, this is the laundromat across the street. I don't want to sit inside because it's nice out, and I think it's going to be great in the summer, man. We're going to walk around. But stand there, like I said, I did the laundry already. We're on to the dryer now. And there's no place to sit in front of the dryer. I don't want to stand there like a big mook with my phone talking to myself and trying to explain to people what's going on. So we're outside, man. It's enjoying the night. Deborah Patera, how do you feel about Amazon? I'm guessing you're talking about all the stuff they're doing with the with him, specifically like his divorce, that knucklehead Bezos and his big fake boobied wife. But tell me more about what you want to know. Dan Hatton, hello from Ohio. Matthew McCoy. Tracy Mixon, I think I got you already. Checking in from Dallas. We're up to 34. Come on, get your friends in here. Get them logged on to Planet Common Sense, too. And Arlene Nazarian, hello from Michigan. I don't want to make this just 30 minutes of saying hi. Karen Bow, hello from Arizona. Welcome, Karen. Thanks for checking out PCS Laundry Live. We got a big decision tonight between Ghetto Chicken and Dirty Chinese. We're going to give Dirty Chinese another chance. And I think we'll probably walk up there, too. And you can get a look at that. Kelly Ryan, what do you think about that Jussie guy fighting off those 2 muscle-bound dudes from Nigeria? Think they couldn't beat him up? You know what? Jussie's an asshole. And I don't want to say, you know, who didn't know that was bullshit right from the start? It's just ridiculous. It's a criminal act. There's no question about it. It's embarrassing. It's infuriating, but it's embarrassing, too, that people are doing dumb shit like that. And that's the thing that strikes me the most about it. This is 2019. There's cameras everywhere, okay? I got a camera that's broadcasting to however many people right now, right across the street from a laundromat, and there could be another 10 people on the street doing that. You don't do stuff anywhere that's not on camera. Like, you can't scratch your ass in the street anymore. You can't pick your nose if you're inclined to do things like that. You just can't. Or you can, but you're going to be on TV, man. And if you think you're not, you're stupid, because you're going to be, okay? There's cameras everywhere. For this clown, this freaking clown, to think that he was going to be able to get away with making up that story and describing what happened and describing two white male privileged and red MAGA hat Trump supporters armed with bleach and a rope, and it's not going to be on the cameras. So what are you thinking, you dumb? It's just crazy. And I got a feeling the cops knew about that. They had to know that was just a hoax from the start. And it just felt like they were sitting back and letting this idiot just keep talking and keep deleting his grinder hookups and his drug connections and whatever from his phone before handing him. Because what's the first thing you're going to do? If you get beat up in the street and throwing bleach at you, and you've been filing a police report, the first thing you do is you hand over your phone. Hey, man, I got my ass kicked. It's all in here. It's whatever. Deborah got me going. Deborah said they were rednecks. Yeah, they were rednecks from Nigeria. Hey, Andy Ritchie, if you're listening, I never seen any rednecks down in Atlanta like you that looked like they were from Nigeria even a little bit. Man, I got to tell you, there are not a lot of rednecks in Nigeria. Oh, the Amazon thing. I'm so sorry. I completely brain farted on that. The Amazon thing with them pulling out of New York, man. You're not going to blame this entire thing on the little circus monkey dope Bariqua Barbie, because there had to be more to it than that. People aren't going to be like, Amazon is not going to be like, yeah, we're not coming to New York because this little idiot girl said bad things about us. There's way more to it than that. But you got to just savor that. You got to savor the stupidity. And we're a month in to a 2-year stretch, maybe, of this dumb girl. And it's just delicious. She's such an idiot. And the fallout from that, watching that gangster thug governor Cuomo, he's just fuming because he must have lost a bundle in grease money, or whatever you want to call it. That big dummy, big bird looking idiot mayor down in New York City lost a bunch of bribe money. Chuck Schumer lost a bunch of bribe money. Kristen Gillibrand, whatever that idiot's name is. And it's so beautiful. It's so yummy watching these people freak out. And the downside of it is this idiot in her way, plus whatever else went on, cost 25,000 jobs to her district. That's who you voted for. That's what you voted for. And the best thing about the whole thing, not the best, but the most ironic thing, the number of jobs she lost for New York's 14th congressional district was about twice the number of people who voted for this idiot in her primary. So just to put that in perspective, she's going to be so much fun, and she's going to be so aggravating and so annoying. And the other one, freaking Incest Omar and Rashida Taliban. It's like, I was kicking around. We got to come up with a name for them, and I was kind of going with twat goblinettes, like they're the third generation or third generation of twat goblins, because Pelosi and Maxine and Dianne Feinstein are getting a little long in the tooth there, and they're going to eventually, well, I don't know, they're probably going to die one day. And the second wave of twat goblins, which is kind of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the biggest dummy of all, and that whole crew just didn't pan out because they were just kind of dumb, and that didn't happen. So now they kind of invested into the third wave twat goblins. But I don't want to disrespect the legacy of the twat goblin by bestowing that name upon those who are unworthy of it. So I think we got to come up with something for them separate from twat goblin. And I was kicking around the idea of the Lennon sisters, but spelling it Lenin. But I don't know. It might be a little obscure. Who's going to know who the Lennon sisters were? I remember the singing group from like back in like whatever the 1940s or 50s. I should check with my son. He's the only 19-year-old kid in the world who like his mom yells at him because he's playing like 40s swing music too loud. It's a weird thing. I'm going to get him on one day because you'd like him. But yeah, that whole thing with Amazon is just crazy. But again, and I said this from the start, as soon as I heard about Bezos and his divorce, yeah, man, that's a rough go. And I've been through that, and it wasn't $1 billion one like you're going to be taking it up the ass for. But you just make sure I keep getting my $1.40 for the book, and we're good, man. Good luck to you. So, all right, let me catch up a little, see what you guys are talking about. 25,000 jobs would have been a huge boost to the local economy, a huge boost to the local economy. That's a large amount of local cash moving through the communities. Thank you very much. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Steve Phillips, the Three Stoogettes. Nah, that's not. Good try, man. I mean, we got to come up with something better than that. No Clue Clan. No, that's not going to work out. I lost my voice the other day a little bit, and I was kind of worried about tonight. I got up in the morning, and nothing was coming out. It's kind of weird, but Lisa Ross Sell. Heard she was at the Supreme Court today. Not sure, though. Are you talking about Dead Ruth? I heard it, too. It's the same shit. They put a picture of her from 4 years ago, alive, and they said she was there. And they didn't have any pictures of her, and they didn't have any video of her. There's Fox News, who said she was dead in the first place. Look, you're not seeing Ruthie back again. She's Ruth. She's dead, or on life support, and it's, what are you going to say? Kira Webb Hop would like the Lennon sisters. I don't know. I just thought that was too. I thought that was a little too obscure. How is Debbie Wasserman Schlutz, Debbie Worcestershire sauce still around? Because she's family, and that's the way that works. It's a crime family, the Obama crime family. It's really the Obama Clinton crime family. You know how I've been talking about that. But like they got their place, and you really gotta buck up to like get taken out of that. But make no mistake that Debbie Wasserman Schultz is the Fredo of the Obama crime family. And one day she's going to buck up, and they're going to take her out in a rowboat, and they're going to pop her. I'm sure. They still use her, I think, for like shit like killing Seth Rich, and they'll like, if they need somebody's plane to crash, they'll have her dress up as a aeronautics mechanic and go jack up the plane. I was thinking of that. Maybe they'd take those three dopes and tell them they were sending them on like a weekend excursion to one of the DNC's houses in the Cayman Islands for a little retreat, something they do for all the freshmen, and just like take the brakes out of the plane or whatever and have them crash in the Caribbean somewhere, and that solves 3 problems that they have right there. But yeah, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I'm not sure how she's still around. She's one of the dumbest ones I've ever seen. Triana Buckley Atkins, why are you sitting outside? Is it not cold? No, we got a great night tonight. It's actually in the 50s. And what we're seeing is the Lexington laundromat. That's where my clothes are cooking right now. I changed it up. I did the laundry first, so we're in the dry cycle, and we're not limited to the laundry cycle. We got a little more time. So I thought that was a good idea. So, Audrey Morelli, proof of life, please. Lisa Rossell, Ruthie's on Ice. That's like a show right there, like Ice Capades. Ruthie on Ice. They could just like take her to a taxidermist and have her stuffed. And maybe Cher knows, because Cher has that taxidermist she started using instead of a plastic surgeon like 10 years ago. And they could just like maybe like put like a remote control and just like skate her around, and she'll be Ruthie on Ice. It'll be take the kids and buy a balloon. So I think she's dead. The general consensus is that Ruthie's dead. You're not going to see her. Camille Lee, your voice is kind of sexy tonight. Man, like I said, thank you, but it might be because I kind of lost it a little yesterday. Or maybe I'm getting more relaxed. I got to tell you, I'm not as nervous as I was. The last 2 weeks was kind of, well, the first week wasn't, because I didn't even know I was going to talk. Last week I was tight. I was like, yo, I'm going to do this, and I might fuck it up. Or I might not think of anything to say, and I was kind of sweating it. I feel a little more chill today. I brought something to talk about, which, the first couple of minutes is weird because it's just me yapping and, nobody's checked in yet. But this time I brought something, so I guess maybe that... Anyway, thank you for telling me my voice is sexy. V. Marie, you got to start dinner. Be right back. All right, well, we're going to be here a little longer, so don't... come on back. Debbie did it. What did Debbie do, Aubrey? I think she killed Seth Rich. I don't know if I ever said this before, but I can completely picture Debbie Worcestershire Sauce and that dope John Podesta doing the hit on Seth Rich and what's her name? That other dope, the DNC head with the frizzy hair. I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about. She was driving the getaway car. What was her name? Somebody remind me what her name was. The black lady. Debbie did it. But yeah, Doberman shits. That's a pretty good one. I think Barr is going to bring the pain. You know what? I like Barr, and it was a good call at the time. Oh, hang on. Something's lighting up. Ooh. All right. He's just passing through. I like the move. I like this guy. I think he's going to be all right. There's some question about him. But I got to tell you, Matt was the guy, man. He handled Nadler pretty well the other day. I thought that was kind of cool. But we'll see. We'll see. And staying away a little bit from... say my first name again, please. Triana Buckley Atkins. Triana. Are you asking me because I said it wrong or because I said it right? And let me know. Is it Triana? Because it looked like Triana to me. What else we got? Anastasia Beaverhausen. That's my favorite name on all of PCS. Glenn, you never disappoint. Well, thank you. I'll just keep trying my best and just keep on talking. She's just being kept comfortable at this point, Cornelia Bates. Good theory. That's as good a theory as any. Guys, somebody's sending me messages, but I can't break away right now. It does not look like we're going to hit that 65, but we're doing way better than we did last week. We're up to like in the mid-30s. But that's all right. We'll get that knucklehead one day. Harry Young, hey, what the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, Harry. Hey, WTF? We got to keep it PG. No, we don't have to keep it PG. Nobody even knows I'm doing this. Hey, what the fuck is going on? I'm late. Oh, all right. So I thought you were going to say something big. Just got up my nap. If it's snowing again. All right. Well, we still got a few more minutes, Larry. You didn't miss too much. We'll get back to what we were talking about. Let's go interview a stranger. We're definitely going to do that, man. I'll tell you what. I started saying it before. Mike Petty, let's go interview a stranger. When it gets nicer out, these streets, there's like a street party up the street. All the locals come out and they sit and they drink and smoke and just chill and play some music. So we're gonna definitely meet some people out here this summer. And I'm not limiting this laundry live thing to sitting in the laundromat watching the laundry because that's just not going to last. We'll go back to that every now and then. We're going to go to other places. We're going to walk around. I got the Westchester or the White Plains Federal Courthouse is about a half a block away from here. And on a Friday night in the summer, there's some dumb shit's going to go on down there out on the front steps protesting this or protesting that. I saw it all there last year. So we'll do a little live coverage of that when that starts popping up. But we'll get to a lot of that stuff too. Betty Hernandez, I missed you. I didn't think you were coming, sweetheart. I missed you. I'm glad you got here. What's for dinner? We didn't decide that yet. We're either going to go, we're definitely not getting the air sandwich. Going back to we're going back to the crossroads with the dirty Chinese or ghetto chicken. I think I'm going with dirty Chinese tonight, but we'll see. So I could see that group doing a hit. Yeah, you said it, Aubrey. Aubrey, that's my father's middle name and my grandfather's first name, just to let you know that. I didn't get tagged with that one. Elaine I can't see anymore. Elaine Arnett Dangerfield. Definitely got the right one. Roddy's one of my heroes. I got the last name right for sure. Okay. Barr worked under Bush. I have to pause there. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, there's some question, but I like the call. Didn't we hear Barr wasn't strong on the Second Amendment? Yeah, but you know what? They're not talking about it. Here's the thing. Excuse me. They're not even talking about the Second Amendment right now. They're talking about whatever this month's thing is, okay? They're talking about the border. And next month they'll be talking about something else. And they're not going to do anything. They're not taking your guns away. I'm not worried about the Second Amendment. The whole concept of we're coming to take your guns away from you is precisely why our founding fathers put a provision in the instruction manual for being an American citizen that we call the Constitution about your right to bear arms. That's why you're allowed to have a gun. It's for the asshole who's going to come and try and take your rights away from you and change your laws and manipulate. I'm not sweating that because we'll just shoot them if it comes down to it. You know, if I don't know, I'm not me. I don't have a gun because it's not a smart thing for me to do because I'll shoot somebody. So I'm not sweating that too much. Yeah, it's not, you know, I'm not blowing it off. Don't take it like that. But, and again, it's their talking points. They're not going to do a thing. They're not going to get anything done. And you can make a great argument for the fact that the Republicans aren't going to get a lot done either because they can't get out of their own way. We don't have a lot of time left to start getting deep into anything like that. But don't sweat don't sweat that thing. They're not coming for your guns. We'll be all right. Kelly Ryan, we require 5 group members, but the funniest name that I saw on Facebook was Smeggy and the Foreskins. You know what? And the same thing. When I did that meme, and it wasn't a great one the other day, with Nancy Pelosi kind of just like arguing with herself in her head, which that's exactly what it's like when she's talking. It's completely like that. But Barriqua Barbie and the Jew Haters. And I'm like, that sounds like the name was like of a 70s cartoon girl band. They're like, so I'm like Josie and the Pussycats. So, but yeah, that's probably a little harsh for the community standards to keep posting Barriqua Barbie and the Jew Haters. I think they'd probably catch up with me a little quicker than my natural life expectancy on Facebook. So we're gonna have to come up with something better. Definitely got the theme song for the showdown. And thank you to who was it? One of my Lisas. I told you last night when I asked you who did it, and I can't go back and check now. But whoever sent me that song, the Hilltop Hoods, "Leave Me Alone." That's the theme song for the show for sure. We'll think up a name for the third wave twat goblins and all that stuff. Timothy Miller, thanks for coming. Is the new AG going to bring charges, especially if Judicial Watch brings forth evidence? Who can say, man? You know, we're going to get up and move a little. I'm going to go check on the laundry and see how we're doing with that. Who can say, man? I mean, you know, you would have thought 2 years ago, up until the second day of his stint as AG, that Jeff Sessions was going to bring charges, wouldn't you? Because that's what an attorney general does. They find criminals like Hillary Clinton, like Barack Obama, like all the rest of the members of the Obama crime family, and they bring charges. That's what an attorney general does. Well, Jeff Sessions fucked that whole paradigm up by saying he didn't want to be the attorney general the day after he got the job. And that was a big mistake on Trump's part because he should have dumped the guy right there. There's no way that he was completely invalid as an attorney general the minute he recused himself from anything to do with Russia, because that's anything that was going to happen for the first year. It was just ridiculous, and Trump should have got rid of him right then. And it's not even like personal with Jeff Sessions. Like, I don't care one way or another about him. He seemed like a decent enough guy. I got nothing particularly bad to say about him outside of the bullshit that he pulled. But if you get the job as attorney general, you have to do the job. And I'm getting a little off track from your question. Who knows, man? You know, again, like I started saying, you would have thought 2 years ago that Jeff Sessions would have brought charges, that the attorney general would have brought charges against people, because that's what the attorney general does. So looking at it now and saying, you know, is this guy going to bring charges? You would think so, because that's what an attorney general does. We haven't had an attorney general for 2 years, so who the hell knows what an attorney, I can't even say it, an attorney general does anymore. We hope that he will. We'll definitely keep an eye on it, and we'll see how it plays out. I have to think things are changing. There's still so much needs to be done. I was just talking about this on another thread today, I don't even know whose webpage it was, about, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm still figuring out how to do this shit, and I totally lost track. What were we talking about? Somebody remind me. All right, well, let's move on to something else. I don't want to kill time. Let's see what else you got out here. You said it right the very first time. You're a genius. Oh, awesome, Triana. Thanks. But you didn't tell me which way because I said it two different ways, Triana or Triana. It looks like Triana, so I'm going to go with that until I hear different. I think GWB flipped and Barr is going to steer the heat away from his family and onto the Clintons. Look, thank you. That's exactly what needs to happen. And I've said this out loud too, and you can call me on it. I know you guys love Trump, and I support Trump. And that came into question a little bit this week, and I was a little unhappy about that. And you got to work with me on this because it's not, PCS is not a Donald Trump cheerleading website, okay? If he does something that I disagree with or that I don't think is the right thing to do, and I don't say that, it compromises the whole point of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to tell you my feelings, and I don't care if you disagree with me. That's fine. But I support this president. I always have, right from the start. And there were times when I said stuff that, people questioned and people called me out on, and people have left the site because of it. But don't get the wrong idea. I support this president 100%. Getting back to the thing, GW flip, and Barr is going to steer the heat away from his family and onto the Clintons, Obama, Mueller, and the rest. I'm telling you right now, and this is why I started the little rant about Trump just a minute ago, okay? He's doing great stuff. And he's going to, who knows what's going to happen with the wall. That's kind of in a little disarray right now, but it'll come around, whatever. That'll work out. Everything he's done, everything he's going to do. MAGA is not going to be complete to me. If we get to the end of his, what I'm presuming is going to be 8 years, and Hillary Clinton is not in prison. It's just not. I'll give him an A. I'll give him a 95. I'll give him a 99. But I'm not going to give him 100% unless that happens. And you can call me on that if you want, because that wasn't a promise when he ran for president. But it has to happen. There's not one person out there, whether you like her or you don't like her, that doesn't know that Hillary Clinton is guilty of literally everything you ever heard she was guilty of, and then some shit you didn't even hear about yet, because you're not going to hear everything. So that has to happen, okay? I don't know what the GWB connection to that is, and I guess he's got to have some info, because I think he was a player too. I don't like a lot of the things he did. I think he had some grime going on there as well. But maybe all we can do is keep our fingers crossed. It's raw and it's new. He didn't even get his office set up yet. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a Barr I'm talking about. He's got a ton of stuff to do, and he's not going to get everything. He's going to get things that we don't even know. It's a tough job, man. Being an AG, he's got a lot on his plate. So let's just see how that plays out. And I'm going to walk back inside right now. I'm going to tone it down a little because I'm just going in to see where the laundry's at. I don't want to start loud. I got a little loud. It's easier to be loud outside. So let's see the laundromat in White Plains, New York. I don't remember which dryer I'm in. So let's walk over there and see that. They're doing on their time too. I can't check their time when I'm on live. So that's tough. All right, here we go. All right, so we got 23 minutes left on their dryer. So that's cool. We went over 30 minutes already. We're into like 40 minutes now. We're going to go like another maybe 5 or 10, and I'm going to walk up and take a look at my dining options for tonight. So, okay. I'm going to scroll down. I know I'm missing a lot of you, and I apologize. Patrick Cleveland, hello. I'm just scrolling through the names. Who's that? Jessica Hagan. Good to see you in here. Carol Bush. V. Maria, you back or you didn't leave? I thought you were gone. You fibbed. Dan Hatton. I'm just reeling off names as I see them because I want to get to as many people as I can and let you know I know you were here, and I appreciate you coming in. Matthew Coy, welcome. Who's that? Karen Bell, you've been here. I said hi already to you, but hi again anyway. Donna Klein. 2 years wasted with Scaredy Cat sessions. Yeah. Man, here's another thing too. these Friday nights, I almost don't want to talk about this stuff. You know, I want to just kind of chill and let us ease into the weekend. But, you know, I guess we gotta. And I'm not going to not talk about stuff because I don't want to. If you guys want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But so there's another guy talking to himself. Elaine Arnett Dangerfield, you are scared of the Clintons. Do not be scared of the Clintons. I think the Clintons don't have anywhere near the juice they used to have, where they were killing people, obviously, and stealing money, obviously. And I think she just... You hate to say that, and then all of a sudden somebody gets whacked with 4 shots to the back of the head and an apparent suicide. But I just don't see them having the juice they used to have. I think they're a non-entity. They're a name. They're a figure. You know, you don't have Chelsea coming up behind and being, you know, the next wave like the Bushes did, because she's an idiot. And I mean, I don't know. Don't sweat the Clintons. They're. I'm not worried about them. So don't be scared of them. Don't be scared, Elaine. Don't be scared of the Clintons. They're silly and stupid. Aubrey Morelli, I'm getting dizzy. I didn't realize it. I'm talking more than I'm paying attention, and I'm actually not looking at the screen. And I guess I kind of start walking around, and shit gets dizzy looking. But I'm sorry. I'm still learning. Remember? So anything like that, let me know. Like if I'm doing something that's irritating, like moving the phone around way too much and or talking too fast. How am I doing with that? I can't remember who said that, but I was talking too fast. I slowed it down a little bit. We successfully completed our 30 minutes. We did not hit the 65, but we did way better than last week. It's awesome on you guys. Thanks for checking in. How about some live questioning for the pedestrians from Dan Hatton? Well, we're definitely going to do that. I said that before. Like once the summer comes and it's nice out, like I'm actually right about the place. There's a bunch of stores here. There's a little Latino restaurant and a liquor store and a little bodega on the corner. But if you go over here, a little stretch, there's a parking lot. And in the summertime, like there's like 30, 40 people hang out there. And I'm going to leave it as I will stick out like a sore thumb when I get amongst them. But, you know, everybody's just chilling and having a good time. And they're drinking and smoking and listening to some music. And it's always like, hey, what's going on? When I walk by and, hey, what's going on? You know, you get familiar because I'm up here every week, I guess. But we'll talk to some folks, you know, we'll do some stuff like that. There's a million things we could do. We're just getting started with this. This is episode 3. Didn't even know this was going to happen 2 weeks ago. It was just like a spur of the moment thing. I'm going to cross the street here, so if I start not talking, it's because I'm trying to not get killed. Just hanging with me until I get across. Cornelia Bates, I support Trump, but wish he hadn't signed this bill. You know what? There's no way I'm getting into that now with only a couple of minutes left to go. I'm real unhappy about it. And again, you guys want to kill me for it? You can do that, and that's fine. If you want to disagree with me, that's fine. I'm going to say now that I think that this was one of the biggest mistakes he's made, was signing that bill. It's not even to do with the wall. He needs to lay the smack down on the Democrats. He really just needs to bust them off. And every time he doesn't, and every time he gives that little bit, and I get it, it's negotiating, you know, both sides got to give. I understand. But we're past that now, because they're not negotiating. They've never negotiated ever, since way before him. And they're not going to negotiate tomorrow, or next week, or next year. It's not going to happen. They're just going to take and take and take. That's how they negotiate. Negotiating to them is, this is what we want, and this is we're not going to give you. And that's our negotiation. And then you go back, well, what if we do this? What if we do something with DACA, and we'll do this? Okay, but we're not going to give you the money for your wall, and we're not going to do this, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do this, and that's our negotiation. That's how it works with them. And it's pointless and silly, and it's not helping anybody. And it's just getting worse and worse. I'm just so frustrated that he's not laying the smackdown on this and again, man, I wish we had like an hour. We're going to try and, no, I'm not going to try and do this live. But we would just like to sit down and just talk about this one topic for an hour. I could talk about this all day and how frustrating it is. And I'm not mad. I'm not like, again, like I was talking about before, I'm not throwing Trump under the bus. But he's a human being. I mean, he's going to make mistakes. He's definitely going to make, he's made mistakes. He's made big mistakes already. Not completely wiping out everybody in the FBI in the first month he was in. Not the FBI specifically. Excuse me. Not wiping out every single Obama leftover from the past 8 years, from anybody in the White House, right down to the guy who trims the rose bushes in the rose garden, should have been gone the first day. And you know, you throw people into turmoil, and you're talking about a lot of people, but then you go back through those people and you re-interview them. You say, okay, you know what, you can be a part of this. You can be a part of this administration. That was a big mistake, and I mean to like go off on that particular thing. The man's going to make mistakes. He's made mistakes. Jeff Sessions was a mistake. Okay, who was that mooch dude? He was a mistake. It was a ridiculous mistake. He was a game show host, and you let him in the White House for 2 weeks. He ran amok, and you kicked his ass out. Now he's, you know, Omarosa was a mistake. But okay, he makes mistakes. He's a human. He's going to make mistakes. And this was a mistake, and this was a big one, and it was a costly one. I don't think it's a tragic one. I don't want to get into the wall because I don't know what's going to happen with that, and a lot of things can still go on. But that's what I'm thinking on that. And we can talk about that more, you know, on the regular forum. We can type about it, whatever. We'll get back into it again another day. But that's where I'm at on that. So anyway, we're going to go around the corner here, and I'm not going to go inside because I don't know if they're ready for me to be going in there and doing a live broadcast. But just so you know, here's the infamous, the ghetto chicken, Kennedy Fried Chicken. I don't even know what street this is. Tell you, this is Route 22, Post Road. And there it is. That's where all the magic happens back there. You got Chef El Amin back there dropping that chicken in the oil. And right next door, we're at Dirty Chinese. Amy Chow Kitchen. Chicken. Kitchen. It's pretty close. So that's the story. So listen, we're going to wrap it up. We want a good 45 minutes or so today, I guess, maybe 50. We're going to call it a day. Thank you again so much for everything and for being on Planet Common Sense, giving this live show a chance. It's been so much fun. I was looking forward to it all week, and I can't wait till next Friday. And I got to tell you, I'm thinking already about trying to like get some other nights incorporated because I really like this format. And I'm not giving up the writing part. I'm not giving up the text and the online. But I would love to get a show like this going and really make that start popping. But that's on you guys, and it's on me. You know, if I put out a product that you all like and you respond to it, then we'll see what happens. See if we can't build us a beast. But calling it a night. Again, thanks for listening to me about the book. Thoughts from the Real. It's $3.99 on Amazon. I'm going to post a link in a couple of minutes for that. Again, if you haven't followed Planet Common Sense, and there's so many out there, I swear to God, I go on and I see all these people who are here all the time, every day, multiple times a day, and I see that you haven't clicked follow. So get that done. Let's get the numbers up. Let's make this a force. Let's make this we're going to make this a migrant horde. Let's go storm Mexico, and we'll take over Tijuana and ask for free stuff. So yeah, please go click follow on Planet Common Sense. Get all your friends in there. Check out the lifeboat. And I will see y'all live next Friday and every day on Planet Common Sense. Love you guys, and I'm out.